Mm, we're not gonna talk about how I accidentally um, started talking for like 2 minutes and like was muted the entire time. So, hello guys. Great way to start the stream. Hey everyone. Hi Allo. Hi Moga. I saw someone else say something earlier. My message is in the way of that. My pinned message is in the way of the. Hello? I can't see who the other person was. And this, hold on, let me unpin this. Hi Dave. There you go. Unpin it and then pin it. Let's see how that. Okay, cool. Hi everyone. Today we are doing our Jurassic World Belgium. We're gonna do it on the Germany map. Like the default Germany map. And I was doing a bit of research. Specifically how Belgium beaches look like. And the different types of dinosaurs and flying and marine reptiles are in that area. How do I close this? I have notes. I have a lot of notes, so it's fun. Actually have something to work with, and not throwing myself in there like just randomly. So I have it open, so it works. I'm having a good day. I am having a good day. I hope you guys are having a good day. Yeah, for the last few weeks, Imoga and Aloe, you guys have been missing each other on stream. It's been funny. All right, we're gonna get rid of all this water. I probably should have started this off on flat. Oh, and also we're doing this unmodded, like completely unmodded. Like I don't think I can show you the ass. I don't think it shows. Um, yeah, we're playing this vanilla. I wanted to see how this goes. Um, but I have been playing some Prehistoric Kingdom lately, getting us ready for Evolution 3, since that's going to be out in like what, 2 months. Well, Moga, you have to suggest it. Or you have to do a suggestion for that because I'm not gonna remember. All right. So we're not working with any money. I oh oh no. For real, for real. That's how I felt in the beginning when someone was hold on, let's actually when someone was giving me like was complaining about me making what I think it was like the New York facility for like the DFW. And I did it on the Canada map. And someone was giving me shit about it. And I'm like, first off, you know, mm, okay, you don't have an imagination, that's fine. I didn't even know this brush exists. What the hell? Great. I don't know how I'm gonna do this actually. I don't really make actual parks. Jurassic Park Europe was honestly a weird one-time thing that ended up happening and turned out really good. So I'm kind of worried about how this is gonna go because I actually don't know how to do this. Um, it's been a while since I've actually made a park. Now, I don't want to flatten the entire area. Um, I mean, what we can do is we can start off with like a cliff on this side. What is the terrain level here? Let's go here. Start from here. We're gonna bring this all the way to this, so we can kind of have a cliff going on here. I want to try to utilize the monorail. I never used the monorail because I don't like it. It's kind of too tall, and I kind of am sad that they haven't really changed it in the new game, but I feel like we should at least be able to make the monorail a little bit like shorter and kind of like have that station like how it is in Jurassic World at least, where it kind of goes to the ground. Um, I felt like that would be fun, but I don't think there's possibly an option for that in the new game. You never know. You never know. They might surprise us, but it doesn't look like that so far. Because the monorail still looks very tall. I was learning. I was learning French for a while, and then I switched to Chinese, and then I switched to Spanish. Uh, don't question my don't question my process of all that. So I know some sort of some languages. Okay. I love how smooth it feels to have no mods. Um, that's how I was feeling when making the Biosyn map, because you guys saw, if you guys watched our Jurassic Park Europe, you guys saw how many issues I had with like saving the file and just random pop-ups of the menus. Um, it was starting to get out of hand, like really out of hand, and it was frustrating. Same thing with the Jurassic World map when I was trying to mod it. It just oh. Sometimes mods are kind of annoying to deal with, but I mean that's the downside that you get with them. Now I wish we had a better sand. I will just be honestly making this entire area completely sand out, and then I'm gonna put some like like not plains, like some grass along this. I do hope they have the D-Rex. I hope, yeah, I hope they have the D-Rex in Evolution 3 at some point. I know it's not gonna be probably on release. That would be a weird way to not make money off of a DLC. um, I hope they add some of the rebirth, at least rebirth styles, because I actually really love those vehicles that I want. The off-road looking cars. Yeah, good. Um, I was just looking at it. I'm like, damn, that game got announced 3 months ago, like almost 3 months ago, and it feels like it's been like forever. I'm like, I just want it, you know? I just want it now. Okay. So this is going up. We'll leave that how that is there because honestly, I don't know what will be going on there. No, I think we should add some tree line. This is no. We should add some tree line here to cover up the inconsistency with the cliff side. And then a little bit on the side, a little bit right here. And then we should put a bit here. And then we can extend the grass over here. We don't want to put too many trees on the actual like lower beach area. Okay. See how the grass looks. The grass might be a little bit too green. Yeah, let's stick with dirt. Maybe right here we can do a little bit. Okay. And we could probably bring this out a bit as well. bring out some trees. I don't want to do too many. I don't want it to be too noticeable that it automatically switches to grass here. We're gonna kind of like tap the edges with the sand. Same thing with all of this right here. Okay. Oh. I started that challenge mode video series, and I really like how it's going. It gives me vibes from back when I actually first started this channel. Well, not first started this channel, but first started recording videos on this. This is not modded. Yeah, this is not modded. Okay. That's good. All right, now let's see which vegetation. I think we should probably go with this. We need to use a grass that's tall enough. Hold on. We kind of want to go for larger grass areas. Now, this one has larger, like, actual, like, ferns. But this one has just bushes. So I think we want to probably go with the ferns, even though they're not going to show anything. Again, I don't even know what I'm going to do here yet. I'm just over here decorating for no reason. If this was a challenge mode, I would definitely be wasting a lot of money. Like how I was focused on, I think, decorating on the actual challenge mode one that I posted on Thursday. No, yeah, a quick way to tell which of my series are modded and unmodded is if it's in the title. I hope I removed it. I think I removed it from this title. Yeah. At the very end of the title, I add modded or modded, or I add modded if it's modded. If it's unmodded, I just leave it blank. So that's an easy way to know. I should probably put them all in a playlist by that, huh? That's probably a smart thing. I need to do some cleaning up on my playlist. Okay. Hi, Dino. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. What's my favorite sport? That's a weird question, because are you asking me what's my favorite sport to play or what's my favorite sport to watch? Because those are two different answers from me. If it's to play, it's hockey, because I can accidentally beat someone up with a stick. And if it's to watch, I'm probably gonna have to go with like bike racing. Okay, let's actually get some buildings in here and not spend half our time decorating. We're gonna set up our central part of this map. I think we need to. Oh, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so we either put the aviary down here or up here on this area. I don't want to put it up here. Up here, we can do like a bit of a tour or something. or because this part has always been an issue because of how weird it is and how like small of an area this is. So like whenever I've actually been using this map on like a challenge mode or something, it's just been always an issue with this part of the map. So I'm not gonna put an aviary up there because that's what I tend to do. The lagoon though, there's a lot of marine reptiles that we have, and I'm gonna assume that we need to have at least 2, maybe 3 lagoons for them. Du- 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 du. That's crazy, Moga. I'm actually waiting on the what is it? I'm waiting on Evolution 3 to come out so I can do the um other builds, like the other arc builds, like the okay, that doesn't make any sense. What am I saying? That doesn't even make any sense. I'm not doing a Jurassic Park 3 map until Evolution 3 comes out. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I said I wanted to use monorails, so let's go ahead and just start to use monorails for no reason. Um okay, so I'm gonna try to make this as open as possible in some areas. So this is gonna be one of our stations. Now we can have a station down here, but the track would be weird because having it come down here, like let's be honest, the station for the monorail would be probably right here. Like I'll do the novels. Um the novel one is gonna be unmodded though, by the way, the Lost World. I'll do the Lost World one. And but like actual like remakes, I guess, of things I probably won't be spending that much time on in Evolution 2. I kind of have my last few series pretty much picked out already. I scheduled it until I think October. No, I scheduled it until November, my next few series. So, yeah. Oh, my computer's interesting. All right, so do I just want to create like a way station here? Is that what I want to do? um, kind of want to put it here, the like main area, right? Kind of want to put the main area here. A lot of the planning for the parks is what takes the most time for me because I have no clue what I want to do, especially if it's an actual like park build like Jurassic World or Jurassic Park or like like an actual place with attractions and stuff. Not a facility. That's why most of my videos are facilities because they're easy to do. Um, so I don't have to like put too much stress into planning it out, but this is going to be a multi-series thing, so we'll be fine here. I guess this at first. I think the next 2 videos for on this channel will probably be kind of annoying because they're gonna all seem like the same thing where I start off the park. So, you know, this probably won't be as interesting. Um, Hold on, I want to see what the... Oh, no, yeah, this will work. Okay, cool. Okay. So it's Jurassic World, so we have to make it like grand and everything. Now, automatically put this back here. Let's set up the pathways first. So we want to make this big. We want to make this grand. We want to make this like the most important part of the park, right? We're not gonna put a lagoon in front. We're not gonna try to remake something that we've made like 10 million times before, because that's how most of my Jurassic Worlds go or Jurassic Parks go. I just keep on remaking the same like beginning part. Annoys me so much. Why? Like what? What? A little bit more. See if that works. If that works, I guess. Yeah. So we're gonna bring this out. One, right? Yeah, it is one. Okay, we're gonna delete this then. Okay, there we go. Okay. That's crazy, Imoga. That's actually really crazy. Really crazy. Okay. Okay. Oh right, we don't have free build, right? Okay, shoot. So that means I have to actually put some spacing in between this. Um so let's leave these ones as... That's gonna bother me. That's gonna bother me a lot, actually. Is this? Um, that's better. That's a lot better than what it was. Okay. So we have a weird layout going on here. Now I guess we're choosing to make our main pathways out of this luxury path. Do I want to choose something else? Mm. Oh, wait, this can actually go really good. Okay, let's hit that point there. Now, how do I angle this so it doesn't... That'll work. Oh yeah, that would work, yeah. We can either do it like this or we can do it like this. I want to have it go out more. So I think doing it like this would be better. Now, go here. Place that. Okay, go here. Place that. Might have to redo this one. Okay. You want to select that one? Do it like this. Okay. That seems about right. Do we want to connect this then to back here? Or do we want to connect it? Kind of like the curve there, though. I think I want to connect it to right here. And then same thing with here. Alright, cool. Okay, gotta do some path art to make this actually look good. It'd be easy to do a flower, but I don't really want to because that seems basic. Um, hmm. We want to do another circle probably out here. I want to do it with a different path though. Make a turtle. Hold on, I have to actually look at what a turtle looks like from above. Uh, no, we can definitely make a turtle, actually. No, I don't want to open iStock photos. I want to just open the image in a new tab. We could make a... This could be its head. This could be its shell. It's going to be looking a little big. Okay, we can actually do this. Like the legs can go here. The only thing is we can't have it have a center point here. We have to have it. Okay. Do this. Let's try to attempt this because I never actually done something like this before because I'm bad at the game. So it'll be interesting. Have I ever eaten what? Crazy. I do know what a turtle looks like. I worked with marine animals for my internship. Myself. I just can't imagine it right now. No, because I think you might be scaring off the actual. You might be scaring off viewers. We're gonna make this a simple turtle. Um, let's see how it looks when I put it here, and this one right here. We can either go with that, or we can either go with that. I feel like this one looks a lot better. We might want to. Okay, that doesn't even help at all. That makes it look weird. Actually, hold on. Those can pass as turtle feet, right? I think that passes as turtle feet. It's gonna be a very stiffed up turtle. Um, it's abstract. That's the thing. It's abstract, you know. So you can either start the arm from here. I think I want to start the arm from here because it kind of goes out a bit. So we're gonna have to get an angle on that. I'm gonna do this. Okay, and I'm gonna do this. Get that going there. Same thing with this side. Okay. Select this point on both of these sides. And delete this. Curve this out. Okay, so we have those 2 points. I accidentally printed my screen. Okay. Okay. So these are going to be its arms or fins or flippers or whatever we're going to call them. Because these are the stubby little legs. But these are going to go out. Now this is going to be annoying because I don't want to not make it symmetrical. So placing this is going to be a bit of a guess. We're going to go with this for now. And if we need to fix it, we'll fix it. That might be too much of a curve as well, though. Now let's do 1, 2. Hold on. I think it's way curved, but it's okay. Okay. And I think we should attach it there. All right. Delete these 2 in the center. Now this one's gonna go and connect to this one. So it's telling me I should connect it there, but I don't think so. These look a little bit too big. I think this outer one looks too big here. Hold on. Oh wait, I'm stupid. Don't quote me on that, please. Let's put these back. Okay. Well, the arms for turtles are actually kind of huge to begin with. Because that doesn't seem... Hold on. That seems too small. Actually, that might work. Okay. I don't have a direct... line for that. Hmm. But like that? Oh, this one looks a little bit smaller than this one. Hold on. So the curve is correct. Thing is, we don't know where this curve ends. This one, I think, ends before this one. I'm also highlighting the wrong area, actually, on this one. Hold on. Oh, God. Okay, so this one ends... Okay, so it goes out one more than it needs to. Okay. So it's here? That doesn't look right. whole left one is messed up. Wait, now I actually like that more. Hold on. Ah, that'll be good for now. And then we could have its head probably like right here. Its head is longer than that. It's not a circle. Right. Oh. Get this one going. What did I do today? I don't know. I made a freaking turtle in a dinosaur game. That makes total sense. Why isn't this snapping on? It's snapping, but it's not snapping. Holy sh! Oh no! Who gave me the suggestion to make a turtle? Was it him? No, it was Aloe, right? I hate you. Boom. Turtle. Not even, but turtle. Wait, we need this. Do we need that? It'll make it easier. Hold on. You can't town. See? You can't towel. Easy. All right, cool. Turtle. That's a big head. That's a big head on the turtle. The head is bigger than the shell. That's kind of frustrating me a little bit. The head is bigger than the shell, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like that. But this is our center. Okay. We're gonna stick with it being this big. Now, this is gonna be its tip. Uh, hmm. We're also going to fix this because this is, I didn't know how weird that was placed. So here we're gonna go out, I want to say at least 2. Okay, and then we're gonna start from out here. So again, a third, I guess. So we're gonna start here. Just want to mark it so I have it. Start here. Why isn't that curving? Oh, I want this to curve. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Curve to that second one. Okay. Curving to that second one. We can delete this third one. Okay. And then from this. We need it to be sloped a little bit this way. So this is going to be an interesting... this is going to be an interesting head of the turtle. It wants us to do it that way. But also this, I think it's because of how straight this is. Because we aligned it with the end of that. So it's going to naturally want us to go straight here. So what we're going to want to do then is we're going to want to bring this out. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, yeah, this was suggested by name. I have it pulled up right here. No, this isn't an Amoga post, is it? I got you. I got you. I got you. It's not showing me the name because I'm on streamer mode. Okay, this was this was requested by Ready OC on the Discord. Again, if you guys aren't a part of the Discord, you guys should join. It is pinned to the top of the chat, and it's also in the description below. But you know what? That's probably why that guy thought it was modded. I probably still have the mods in my description, don't I? Where is streamer mode? Do I still have the mods in my description? Oh, I didn't change the description at all from my other one. Hold on. That makes sense. No, we don't. Oh no, that makes sense. Okay. I changed everything but that. Okay. Yeah, no, we don't have to talk about your Jurassic World Part 3 suggestions. Okay, so we wait. Okay. Well, here's the thing. No one reads the description. I learned that very quickly. No one reads the descriptions. So I'm like, okay, changing this does not look right, does it? It looks too big now. This has to go down one more. So let's delete this. What do you mean I'm not being... I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I like that one more. This isn't the center, is it? What happened here? That... Oh, God. Are you kidding me? I might as well just... I might as well just do this then. Yeah, I know. That's why... Mm-hmm. I think it has to be... But we don't want this to be... There you go. That's crazy. Because I don't know how to size this. I was told to randomly make a turtle, and this is what I'm spending this stream doing, making a turtle. I think that I think that's a lot better. That's crazy. Rob, I was browsing Nexus and I saw that you posted a like scenery mod. I wanna check it out. Okay, okay, I'll be nice to Moga, okay? I'll be nice to Moga. Okay, now it's gonna be okay, now obviously I can't have it just continue out from this way, right? More around? I don't know. The turtle I'm looking at. I got you. I'm gonna add this to this. I'm gonna wonder why I have a turtle on my stream, by the way. This is the turtle that I'm looking at. So I know the neck should be thicker or thick. No, yeah, it should definitely be thicker or less sloped. I tried. Hold on, I could actually probably do this. Or should I just leave it the way it was? Because now I'm just making myself frustrated for no reason, right? Hold on, I'll remove the turtle in a second. Okay. Like now we gotta start this here. I'm literally spending an hour making a turtle. This is crazy. These side quests go crazy. Actually, I kind of like that more. I like this one a lot more. I'm gonna remove the center path. Okay. No, 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 no. This isn't a modded build. Did I? I swear I clicked unmodded. Okay, yeah. I changed the description. It's a not modded build. No, yeah. This is my first time ever making a path art thing. The neck looks a little bit thick. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's crazy. We're just gonna ignore that. Yeah, we're gonna have 3 unmodded series before Evolution 2 comes out of I think I want to say the 6 that I have planned. There might be another one at the end, or it might be a random cinematic thing to end off Evolution 2. But there's gonna be at least half of them gonna be unmodded. Currently it's gonna be this one. It's gonna be the novelization of Isla Sorna from The Lost World. And it's gonna be another one that I'm not gonna share the name of because I don't actually have a title for it yet. Uh, but yeah, if you guys also have suggestions for any unmodded builds, modded builds, whatever you guys want, it's you guys can join the Discord and you can post your build suggestions there. So I have an idea of what you guys actually want to see. So if you guys want to see your guys' builds, instead of me doing an Amoga build for like a 5th time, then go ahead. But yeah. I what did I say? I said earlier that I'm really liking how smooth the game is without the mods. Okay. So this is what our turtle is gonna look like. Crazy how we spent like 30-40 minutes on it, but we're gonna immediately ruin it, and we're gonna place our monorail back here. Um, so we're not gonna change these fancy paths at all. Now I could either, I don't want to connect it there actually. I kind of want to put this here. I will be honest with you guys. Did I say Evolution 2 comes out? I thought I said Evolution 3 comes out, and then I'll have an ending for, I don't know what I said actually. We could easily put this right here or right here. Because having a station for this, can I fit it? I can fit it here actually. On every fin. Well, the thing is, I want it back here. I don't want it to be in the front, but at the same time, this would work right here. Well, I need to think about design too, like the decorations going around it, because how the stupid path is on the bottom, like the actual like bottom part, how it's like kind of half circled or semi half circled. It's like a third of circle, because it just won't make sense if I do it like that. So I'm gonna have to add something to it. That's what I was thinking too, but I didn't want to say that out loud. We can make it look like it's taking a dump. That would be funny. Um, because our main pathways are actually gonna extend off of this anyways, right? So it's gonna be like turtle with a jetpack, right? Or we can just encircle this turtle. Yeah, actually, you guys want me to do it? You guys want me to make a... Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay, fine, fine. Um, obviously we got to use this one, right? Okay. Let's see where we can put the monorail station. You should name one Jack, obviously. Am I gonna be able to delete that? Okay. I love how the biggest thing of having an unmodded build that frustrates me the most is the obstructions. Oh, it's not even gonna be worth it doing that. I'm honestly just gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't even actually have the dirt either. So I can't make it look like it's extending outward more. Damn it. Okay. I do want to create a circle though around the entire thing. Or something of a circle. I don't know if I want to do an actual... I think I want to do the actual path. You're good. Hmm. How about we do this? We use this as a center point. No, I'm saying we just... No, Moga doesn't like my ideas. That's sad. This is when Moga says I have bad ideas. This is when I say I'm gonna stop talking to you. Or something. I don't know. If I can, this is gonna be too sloped, no? To make it look like a shield. I mean, we do need flat edges though to actually put things on the side of this. This is gonna be like the most annoying park ever for people that actually want to go and actually not walk. I guess we're just making like a badge looking thing, right? Um, right here, let's extend it all the way down. Okay. And then we can take our standard path. 1, 2, 1, 2. I still have that issue on my stream of what is it saying? I actually need to screenshot this so I know, because it's giving me errors for no reason, so I'm gonna have to screenshot that. Okay. So on that, we want to delete all of this. Okay. Okay, like so. Crazy. That's crazy. We're making a turtle. We're making a turtle. That's what this stream has turned to. We're making a turtle. So, congratulations. Okay, so we want the... This isn't even centered. That's the other issue. Bye, Rob. Hope you have a good day. Okay, so we want to... Let's do 3 wide. Or 2 wide, 2 wide. Right. This. 2 more. And then it'll... This. I want it to go like this. I want it to slope. See how that looks at first? And then like this is the start of the actual like amenity area. So like here we can do like an entire like garden and stuff, right? Put some plants. I know we're not gonna be able to fit some plants into here, so we can do like chairs in this main part. But like on the outside we can do some like bushes and stuff. See how that goes. What do you mean you made me mad? No, the other question is, do we want to actually use these land paths, or do we want to... Well, we want this to stick out as like actual like, you know, that. Mm, we'll see how this goes. That's crazy. At this rate, let's not even do a monorail station here. What? Wait, how much of the park have we actually spent? Okay, this is actually not that much. This is a lot less than I thought it was going to be. We do need hotel areas, so we can actually have some hotels on this side. So that'll make sense. Getting hot. Getting hot. Damn. My water's still cold. Before I go to bed, I fill my thing with water, with ice water, and overnight it melts. So in the morning, if I'm thirsty, I can just have the water there, and it's already cold because it's already melting. So even though it's the end of the summer, it's just like the hottest for us here. Oh, is this dirt? It's just dirt, right? Okay, this is dirt. Yeah. Okay. Um. Right. So let's extend this more. I think we here. I think we actually place this back. Place this back. Go out one. Go out one. These two all the way down. And we can do this. What do I think about your opening for the script you wrote? Let's not add any supports on the sides here yet. We're gonna actually do some like more path stuff in the center. Right to honor the turtle the first time the soul in the park has to be. That's crazy. Is the Allosaurus on my list? The Allosaurus isn't on my list. That's crazy. I'll think about it. What do you mean? I don't want to end the street just here. Hmm. How do I want to open this? Because I don't want to end the street just here, right? I can move this in a bit, right? Have our opening, like our little area. We could add an enclosure back here. Maybe like a big one. But like I don't. None of these dinosaurs are big ones. Um, to fit one of our dinosaurs, right? We need to do that, or I don't want to put a lagoon over here because I just don't want it to be something too big. Also, how big are these shops going to be? And I think this is a perfect size for the Main Street area. Um, Honestly, I think what we will be doing is I think we would be putting a lagoon here somewhere. I don't want to put it in the corner. I think we put it like right here. So this is gonna be like one of them in water. Right. So there's gonna be one up there. I think it would be valid to put another one down here. I don't want to put anything too special there. Ooh, I kind of want to put a lagoon right here. Damn it. The annoying part is if I put a lagoon right here, it's not going to fit. Right, so I can do something like this. Right, but like the lagoon would have to continue on over here. I believe it's in Camp Imoga, by the way. The script. I think having this right here works. I want it to be like right there. It's just the terrain constraints are kind of annoying. Maybe if I stick this all the way back here, I can't even place this one. I don't think I can place that one right there. Probably work with this. I think we could work with this. I place this one here. No, I don't want it to be bigger than this. I do want to kind of create like a little isolated area for it. And then we can do like a little zip line across this. I think that would work. Okay, so that could be one of our lagoons. And then our second one can be up here. Now I don't know about the third one yet. Because I actually have no clue if we're gonna need 3 of them. We might. But at the same time, I don't want this park to be just lagoons. Let's do the spacing of this. There we go. And now we don't want that to be oversaturated over there. We still want an enclosure back here. Now I think we can cut it off right here. I think that can be good. Now this looks a little bit weird, so let's I think go ahead and do this. Yeah, let's set you up here. Okay, cool. If we need to, we can remove this and do what we were gonna do here. So we have our 2 lagoons so far. Now we're gonna need an aviary. Now the aviary is just gonna be for a few species. We can easily place an aviary here. That too big? I think that might be too big. I can add the Spino and the Therizinosaurus. Yeah, we need a couple of big guys, so I think those 2 might be added. Same thing with the Aloe. Don't worry, Aloe. And we can do the little glitch to add maybe even the baryonyx in here. I just have a list of dinosaurs from like where their fossils were found in like the European countries. So I'm trying to follow this a little bit, but I still want to add like big like unmissable species. That's literally what I have in the notes, unmissable species. So I feel like the Spino and the Therizinosaurus could be classified as unmissable species. And I feel like I actually haven't put the aloe in something for a while now. Now, I think the way we're gonna do this area of the park is we're gonna put the gyrosphere through this. We're gonna have the gate go from like right here to right here, and then we're gonna do some weird magic with some rocks to make sure our dinosaurs can't get out. Same thing with this side. And so this area is gonna be for the gyrospheres. Same thing with the aviary. We're gonna have gyrospheres going through the aviary. So the gyrosphere station probably will end up being right here somewhere. So I think that should be good. I'm gonna do hotels right here. It's just we're not having a lot of space for actual species. We're having a lot of buildings. We do only have 2 herbivores. So we could definitely add some more quarries if we wanted to. The only issues we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 larger, medium to large. Actually, no, they're all medium carnivores. And I don't think a lot of them could be mixed in with each other. I also have to create an area for our ranger teams and everything as well. I think I could probably do that down here somewhere. Like cut off this area. Because down here. Okay. Well, we can definitely add the Spino though here. We're gonna put this. We're gonna extend this all the way out to here. Okay, so this is gonna go up all the way through here to connect to here, because we're not gonna put any monorails over here. We also probably want to elevate this a lot higher. To hide this part of the park. Okay, so when we think about the monorail, right? Monorail will probably go through here. We want to hide it from the aviary. So let's actually reposition this guy. Yeah, this guy. Let's reposition this guy. And we could probably add him to... We don't want to have it straight. I don't want to have it straight. Don't want to have it that way. Having it this way will make it that we have to turn it around. I think this might work. Have this go out. Bring this around. We have to remember that this little mountain thing can be changed. So I think we have it extend out this way. Gonna be hotels here. So we want it to go behind the hotels? Or... I mean, honestly, hold on. How many monorails? I think honestly, hold on. I think we might be good on the monorails here. We don't want to saturate it because over here is going to be hotels over here, right? We're probably gonna have some carnivore enclosures. We're gonna have the entrance for the gyrospheres. It's all gonna be connected to this main area as well. Then we're gonna have a path branching out this way, where it's not that much of a walking distance. I'm not gonna really worry about the transport rating. I'm gonna think of it logically and be like, okay, do I really need to put a monorail like right here because they're gonna get mad from walking all the way over here to over here? I mean, that's an easy walk. I don't know. So it's just like, I think I might be good on the monorails, and I have one down here. And we're gonna have a zip line going from here to here, anyways. So that should be good. This is gonna be an operations area. Like the only other place I could think about putting a monorail is at the gyrosphere station. But I don't really want to have a divide between the entrance and the thing over here. The only other thing is they're gonna get mad for being able to walk from here all the way over here just to get some food and to see the Spino. But that might make it nicer for the guests to flood from the center point all the way down here because the Spino is going to be a big ticket attraction, right? So they're going to want to go down here, especially with the gyrosphere here, where you're gonna see some of our pterosaurs and some herbivores over here. So they're gonna want to go down here naturally. Also with the few carnivores that we're gonna have the sides here. So I think that might actually work out well, rather than if I add like another gyrosphere here, or not gyrosphere, monorail station here. If I do that, they're gonna want to exit on this one and come through here. Meaning this whole pathing over here is not going to have anyone on it. So I think we stick with what we want to do. Okay. I'm over 6K. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised about that too. I looked at it the other day. I'm like, oh damn. Um, I remember getting that what is it? Ooh, not 1K. I made a video for 1K, but I still remember getting like my first few hundred after I uploaded that one video, and then all of a sudden by overnight it became like 1,000. I'm like, oh damn. Okay. So we're gonna go from here to here. I feel like this might be a little bit too much. I don't think I'm gonna do anything special until 10K. Whenever that would happen. Yes, Iguanodon is one of these dinosaurs. I have the list of all of them. I don't know how to share this. I can screen share this actually, huh? Or hold on. I got this. 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 Which desktop is this? Which desktop is this? Excuse me? Hold on. Nope. Nope. Okay. Here you go. These are the species that I have so far for our Jurassic World Belgium. Again, I want to add more flying reptiles. Also on the notes for the build suggestion, it stated, um, not necessarily with dinosaurs from Europe, but with unmissable species like the large Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I'm gonna add the T-Rex. Um, but I want to add, the Spino, like all these other ones that are considered like kind of immiscible. So it's just like, we have our what's the other one? There's Inosaurus, Allosaurus. If we have space for some of these guys. Yeah, you guessed it. So we have all of these guys. Uh so the thing that I'm worried about is the marine reptiles because I don't know which ones go with each other, so I might have to look at that like at some point after stream. But yeah, push back to the game. Right. So those were the dinosaurs that we were going to use, dinosaurs and reptiles. Um but move this out. Oh god, right. I forget that this how the standard one works. So we want this to go through the hill. Now we're gonna have to do some magic, uh, magic to make sure that it actually goes correctly. I will say I'm having a lot of fun with this game lately. So we should be okay. Oh, I do have my Rebirth Island the actual video coming out on Tuesday. I just had to do some overlaying for voice stuff on that. Because it's not going to be like the full not going to be the full uh, 10 hours. It was definitely longer than 10 hours. It's not going to be the full 10 plus hours of footage. Yeah, it's not going to be that. So we don't have to worry about that. It's going to be more so me explaining things, me going over some of the buildings and like how I built certain buildings with like all those different like objects, planet like style, planet franchise style. But yeah. But yeah, definitely. If it's big, we're if it's big, we're definitely gonna think about adding it. Um yeah. Okay. Now we don't want to put too much work here. Hold on. Ooh, I just had an idea. Um so we extend this out this way, right? Now we're gonna have to flatten out some of this. Is this where I want to use the water? Or does that even work in this? No, it doesn't work. Okay. Um, I want this to be an open pathway. All right. We're gonna have our mountain behind it, or a hill behind it. The only other thing though is flatten the top of this. Okay. I kind of want to put some dinosaurs here, like some of our something. It's just something. We have to make up for space. We have to make up for space, and if we look at the map, there won't be dinosaurs here, right? Like there won't be dinosaurs like our enclosed dinosaurs, like the ones that we actually had to put, right? There won't be some here. If I don't put anything here, it's not going to be here. There's not going to be anything here. So it's like we're taking up quarters of the map with no species, and it's just we're making ourselves run out of space easily. Now we can definitely have our gyrosphere come through here at some point, right? Um, Honestly, it could even go behind the Spinosaurus enclosure and have it go. At that point, why do we even have a monorail? Shoot, actually, hold on. Or we can have it. Mm, hold on. I need to think about this logically because we're trying to create tracks. And like the thing is, we don't want to give them too much of a view of the park yet. So I never noticed how high this goes. So we're gonna have some type of dinosaur here. I mean, we could honestly even just... No, we're not gonna do that. Ignore that. Ignore what I said there. Okay. So we have a fence right here. We have one pretty much like right here, right? So we're gonna have vehicles coming from this way and exiting this way. And the vehicles exiting this way will go to our aviary and then, you know, boop, bop, boop, 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 whatever, come out this way, come over here, go through here, come out here, and then the station will be like somewhere right here, right? So the Spinosaurus enclosure is going to be right next to the entrance of the gyrosphere. So do we think the Spinosaurus would logically attack a moving ball in their enclosure? Do we want them to go through the enclosure? Like, me as a guest, I would definitely want that. I have a death wish, but managing a park, I mean, I don't think there's any. Yeah, there's no damage to the vehicles. We can definitely do that. Dudes. I think you guys already know what we're gonna end up doing with this. Okay, so they're gonna go through the Spinosaurus enclosure. So that's gonna be something. We might modify this a bit to make it a little bit more sloped. Okay, we're gonna put some trees up here. Trees up here. This can extend back this way. We just don't really want to see this. Let's put this down first. You hardly see it. We can move it up a little bit more. Just kind of do this. Yeah, you won't be able to see that. Okay, nice. Okay. Spinosaurus enclosure. Ooh. 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 Okay, I have a better idea. Okay, so this gate, it's gonna go like right here, actually, right? But the actual Spinosaurus enclosure, the actual Spinosaurus enclosure is going to be down here. So our gyrosphere will actually be elevated compared to the enclosure. Now we could add some like rocks here, right? So it'll go up here and all that stuff. But we still want the viewing galleries to actually kind of make sense. So we can do the viewing galleries. We don't have to have them like immediately on the pathway. So we can have this branch out. We can do like a whole like T-Rex Kingdom type of style like entrance, right? Use some of our things. Have this come over here. And then we have our viewing galleries. right? Let's just move this all the way out for now. Right. So we're gonna have our viewing gallery somewhere right here. Honestly, one will be enough, but I don't think I want to do one. I think we want to do one, or do one here and one here, so we can actually organize this a little bit more. So we can do. Okay, so if we think about this, we can do. Think. I don't. Let's actually remove this entire path. Add some shops, restaurants. Yeah, this is gonna be our main street area right here. I might move the monorail track to make it actually go over this area instead of this area, because when you're looking over here, right, you're gonna see some like fountains, right? And all through here is gonna probably be filled in, at least this part. We're gonna put some chairs and stuff, and like the fins and all that stuff. Because you want to actually see the innovation center. So like we can do some work with like some trees here and here, so you can see it, but you don't actually know it's a turtle. So it's just like from above, it's like, oh my god, wait, there's a turtle here. So do something like that. Um, but I'll do that in a moment. I'm just thinking about planning the part first. Hmm. The thing is here though, we have some shops, right? Actually, let's just do this, I guess. So gyrosphere would probably end up being. We want it to be here. Okay, let's extend this out this way. We're gonna want to use a different path for this. Uh. Hmm. Extend this out this way. Gyrosphere is gonna be right there. Um. Gonna do these other enclosures over here. I don't want to just layer them up. So we can obviously add them right here. We want a path going from here all the way over there. Right, so we're gonna have this path here. We could have at least 2 or maybe 3 enclosures right here on this side. Okay. So we can place our large amenities and stuff. Do we need this to go any certain way? Only thing over here is going to be some more carnivore enclosures. Guess what we can do here is have this go out like at least 3. Same thing with this side. Okay. Just go straight this way, straight this way. So we know we're going to put something in between here. Same thing with this. We're going to want to move the monorail track at least a little bit. Okay. Let's not do it in the middle. Right. Okay. So we're gonna have to say probably one. Like 1.5. Oh, that's gonna be disgusting. Oh, that could have been worse, actually. Okay. Okay, that's one. I kind of just freehand this apparently, and it works. So I don't even know. Well, over here we want to do something different actually. So instead of it going like a flat edge like this, we want this to. This is gonna be where the hotels are, right? So this is going to probably go out here, all through here. Same thing with this. We're gonna wanna create like some sort of like central like fountain area for this. This will probably end up leading back to here. So instead of having this end here, we want this to either curve down here, right, maybe, or I want this to curve this way. Go like this. Let's actually see if we can actually fit the hotel here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So we can place the hotel down here, right here. We can probably place the smaller one here. And then we can go around this. Don't question how that is so close without it even giving us an error. That's crazy. And at this point, it's just honestly just connect this to the actual path. Apparently, you don't want me to slope you into the path. This we can just connect, have it go around, then have this one go up to it. I don't like this end right here. Oh, it's gonna end like that because it's a smaller path than the actual one. Right. Oh, this is a back path, though. We don't want this to... I guess we can use a smaller one for the hotels. Gonna wanna set this one. Okay. Probably set another one of these here. We want this to like all be different like sides. So we don't want them to be too uniformed. Because this is basically where all of our guests are staying. Like this is our hotel area. This is all not going to be like there's not going to be any more hotels within the park. So we kind of just have them a little bit separated, but at the same time, we don't want them too far from each other. And we just don't want to use the same one over and over again. Okay. All right, let's connect all of these. You have to think about something with these paths, though. So they just don't look too generic like this. Make. Does anyone know if the hotels still count as like safety shelters, like how they did in the first game? I actually don't know that if they do. Because you know how the guests would just run to the hotels? Like how that pocket is a little bit big. I feel like they don't do that anymore. Mm. They don't? Okay. We'll have this one go around here. We're gonna have to move this one. Delete, move. Cool. Flatten the terrain. Oh god. Hold on. Damn, I'm hungry. I think I'm gonna have some yogurt after this. Cool. I don't think this is big enough to add some dinosaurs back here, is there? Is it? Is there? Is it? We're gonna remove this one. Right? Fix this pathway. We can add like one of our smaller species back here. Do we even... I don't even think we add a viewing gallery back here. I think we just stick it with the hotels because they count as viewing galleries, right? So we just stick it. I don't know what's going on here. I just put some random shapes. Hoping it works. So congratulations, this is what this is going to end up being somehow. Probably put a fountain, fill up the gaps. Like I said, this first first stream is going to be a lot of incomplete messes. Okay. Fractions, gyrosphere. Okay. We want this to... Well, we want to put this down first. Realistically, this will probably be somewhere right here. Let's do this actually. Not that. This. Okay. Okay. So we're not gonna put them on the edge here. We're gonna want to put some space in between them, and we also have to remember that these pathways are going to have obstructions. So we're gonna have to think about that too. I guess we can do this. Okay. We can do like a seating area right here. I don't think we should use the same as this path, but we don't really have much to work with here. It's either dirt looking. Actually, the dirt actually might be good. Hold on. We like that a bit. Okay, we can fill up this gap right here with like a planter or something. Okay, so we have that there. Do we have an attraction, guest attraction? I never use these. I will be honest, I never use these. I need to. We're not gonna put it at the end here because in case we need more room for our Spino. So here we can put like the restroom or one of our restrooms, right? We can delete this pathway. Or actually, no, delete this one. Put this one close right there. I think we can add this back. Yeah. Okay. And then we fill in this space right here. Put some planters around this. Finish up that. And then we can probably add another restroom somewhere up here. I don't think I want to do it on the same side. I mean, we made it that we can actually put this in the center on the same side and it actually works. Do another one up there. We said we did, okay, we used this big one here. Okay. And then we connect this. Okay, so we have our restroom coverage pretty much there. Now, it would be so nice to put a shelter here, but we don't want to obstruct the vision from this. So we're not going to do that. Honestly, we can put it back here. The only issue with putting it back here is that the guests will use this pathway to go to the gyrosphere, and we don't really want that to be happening. So it's more so like we build our enclosures here when the time comes to it, and then we put this here. So we can honestly place this down. We can put our path to this there. Put some like trees and planters here kind of blocking off this area. Make sure that they have to actually walk around it. Let's honestly just do this. I don't want this to go anywhere special. This isn't going to be another back way to here. This is just 100% for the shelter. I feel like shelter paths should probably be kept open just in case things happen. So you don't have like a shelter on Main Street or something, and it's just all of a sudden, 10,000 people are trying to enter the shelter on the same one as a working, like actual street that the guests are on just because they're on it naturally. So it's off to the side. And I feel like most things would probably do like that anyways. Do I want to? Okay, we said we were going to do some designs with this. Now these are too big, so do we want to use the small ones, or the small ones gonna? Well, the small ones probably will work the best. I think these ones are too big. Yeah. Only thing with the small ones is I feel like they might get overlapped when I fill it in with like some of the other textures. So we just want to like make a mess with this, right? We want this to be as weird as possible. Right, we want them to be crossing. The only thing with them crossing is how messed up the textures get with it. So it's just like, if I put this here, it's going to affect that one. So that's another thing. It's just like, do I really want to have to deal with that? Or do I just want to do them individually? I'd like the idea of them going across like this, but I had to deal with that whole stupid thing about the textures. I also don't want this to be the same thing over and over again, like the same left to left all the way up. So I'm trying to think about this, like it's okay to do this, and then I have this one connect as well to there. We're just branching our way all the way to the top. I feel like that one might be a bit of a mistake. This one, I feel like that was a bit too much. Okay, now this side. Let's go with something smaller. Okay. That looks weird. That looks very weird. See if we can actually solve this a little bit. I don't want it having too much of a connection to the sides. Hmm. Okay. It's the randomness that makes this work, It's not the same as the other side, but it works because it's, again, not the same. Okay, now putting this under is going to be a bit of an issue. I probably want to go left to left, don't I? Instead of having it go all the way straight down. Yeah, because this cuts out all of that. Okay. Oh god. So I'm gonna have to connect this one to here. Connect that one to here. Can't connect down there. Maybe I need to. Oh god, I'm gonna be playing a puzzle, aren't I? If I do this here, it's gonna cut off that. Here. Let's fill this into, because this is going to also be like planners and chairs and signs all right here as well. So let's go ahead and do that before we actually forget and we can't place it down because of this path. Yeah, see? Okay. Now that works. Okay, now this one, I think if I do this, it messes with that. If I do it from here, seems to work. We're not gonna have like sharp edges on all of them because the game is not gonna allow us to do that. We have to also think about the ends of these pathways, because if these pathways have like flat ends, we're going to want to put like something there, like benches, more tables and stuff, right? Some not statues. What are they called? I mean, a statue would work. But I'm talking about what are these called? Um, sculptures, some planters, you know, all of that stuff. But yeah, I like how it's taken me, what, how long has this game been out? 3 years to do some of the stuff that I actually haven't touched. So like the path art, I haven't done path art before. Today was the first time that I actually worked with paths to make a turtle. Can't believe I still spent 30 minutes making a turtle on stream. Like that one a lot more right there. We can always mess with this and make the cutoffs look a bit better. Or we could do that. No, it was a good suggestion. It was a good thing to, you know, try. I've never done it before. This is frustrating a little bit. If I do this. There's a curve here. I want to mess with this curve a little bit. Interesting. That's crazy. If it's not me, that's crazy. And I know it's not going to be me because I know how you are. Crazy. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this next stream. God, a lot of these the things that I'm starting right now, the like the series, the challenge mode one, this one, next one, kind of cooking a little bit. I just have to finish the rebirth one, and then we're pretty much set. That one's coming out Tuesday. There, instead of doing some bushes here, let's do. I wonder if they're gonna get rid of a lot of this obstruction stuff. We're gonna have like a chair with like a back in it. I don't think I can even place that naturally. Do I want to add that? Oh, we don't even have a Mosasaur. That's the thing. That's fine. It's fun. We don't have to. We don't have to keep to what the signs say, right? Right. That's crazy. Aloe. Yeah. I feel like we need to add these smaller ones just to kind of give it some variation here. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream pretty much soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys want to join the Discord, it is pinned to the chat above or to the side or wherever the chat is. You can also join it by clicking the description below. In the description, obviously. This was an unmodded setup for our next few lives. We have a lot of our work done already, which is interesting because most of the time when we're doing our live streams, we're very inefficient and we spend 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes, we spend like an hour and a half on one thing only. And honestly, as soon as I was told to build a turtle, as soon as I was told to build a turtle or make a turtle, I'm like, I guess we found out what we're gonna be doing for the entire stream. But we didn't actually. We planned out the entire park, mentally at least. I know where things are gonna go. So from now on, the lives are gonna be focused on one area per build. What the hell? So in this next stream, next Saturday, at the same time, 10 a.m. Pacific time, we will be focusing on this entire area as well as the Spinosaurus enclosure. So we'll finish the main street, work on these enclosures on the sides that are going to be here, and then we're going to move on to probably the gyrosphere area. So this one is going to actually be a lot less time spent building this than we spent on making Jurassic World, which was like 9 to 10 parts. Jurassic Park Europe, which was like, I want to say like 7 or 8. This one, I can see it pretty much being done in 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 streams. So I'm probably gonna have to Probably gonna have to add another what's it called stream. Also at work, it helps that it's not modded as well because I don't have to spend all my time making certain things, and I can just actually start focusing on like stuff like this. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Yes, I am ending the stream. This wasn't a joke, by the way, because Emoga talking shit. But we are ending the stream. So I do hope you guys enjoy. It's been 2 hours. Most of my streams last 2 hours unless I focus on one thing in particular and end up not finishing that before the 2 hours are over. Also, it's like getting very hot right now, and I'm kind of tired because of the heat. And I'm hungry, so I'd go eat real quick because I'm starving. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. New schedule, by the way. I took you guys' votes into consideration on my channel. Seeing that most of you guys are from the Americas and Europe and Asia and all that stuff. The upload times for Tuesdays and Thursday videos are going to be 12 o'clock noon Pacific time. So I'm guessing that's like around 8 p.m. for you guys in some European countries. 8, 9, 10 maybe for you guys. And if you're in the Americas, you guys can probably figure that out on your own. But yeah, noon, 12 o'clock for the videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then streams are going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow we won't have a stream. Sundays are usually reserved for our Minecraft streams. I kind of did a mess up on the Minecraft world and I had to delete an entire chunk region. I reset an entire chunk region back to our last backup. And all the progress that we made kind of reverted back a few weeks. But I'm in the process of fixing it, and it's not a lot. It's just there's a lot of stuff that has to be done off camera that isn't done yet for us to actually continue on with our Minecraft series. But yeah, if you guys do like everything, okay, how are you saying fuck you to me? What the fuck? That's crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yes, apparently I'm Jack the Dilo. I didn't really think about that. Also, I'm surprised I haven't gotten question for what a Dilophosaurus being what blue and purple or blue and like dark blue and purple and white. So we're not even gonna talk about that. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Yeah, except for tomorrow. Okay, bye.